Hey guys, today we have an unboxing and a quick review of the Sony DSC-HX9V. So here's the actual unit. As you can see, we have the typical Sony attention to detail, all the information you could think of on every single corner of the box. And a little summary at the front of what the camera does. The 3D facility does require accessories. It's not something I'm interested in, but the camera can do it anyway. We have a 16.2 megapixel sensor, 16 times optical zoom, and that's a Sony G lens, which is a high quality lens, 3-inch backlit LCD, which they call a true black, very high quality I believe, just over 920,000 pixel count on that. And it takes full HD. Now this is true full HD, which with a PAL system is 50 frames a second and NTSC is 60 frames a second. Non-interlaced, it's progressive video. So let's get into the box and see what we get. Now, these things always fox me, so let me see if I can open it today without too much trouble. Nope. I hate the packaging that you get with these. But then I have no fingernails, so it's difficult for me to open them. So let me cut into this. Let me pause while we just get into this box. Okay, so now I can open the box, I think. Yep. And let's see exactly what we have. European guarantee, fantastic. Cybershot software. This looks like really some kind of an advert about the 3D facilities. A reminder to register the purchase online and how to do so. Yep. A booklet showing me what accessories are available. Interesting. So some expensive cases. Sony cases are all very expensive. And my personal photographer assistant, whatever that may be. Oh, you can get a special stand, look at that. An expensive little stand to take self-portraits. Fantastic. No, thank you. Cybershot instruction manual, and now the good stuff. Okay. So, we have a USB charger. Very small, as you can see. That's the USB port. I believe now they've taken away the separate wall charger, so that this is used to charge the battery in camera, which is a little inconvenient. The usual kind of straps that you would expect. A power cord, yeah, fine. USB cable. Battery. Excellent. Now let's have a look at the camera itself. Let's move the battery out of the way. So this is the camera. Feels very well made, very solid, chunky metal. I'm going to give you a tour around the various controls in a moment when I do a close-up. I'll also compare that to the old version, which was the HXV, and I'm going to give you close-ups of the two so you can have a good look and compare them. Let me zoom in and then show you. So on the front of the camera we have the usual Sony label telling us all about the camera. We have a fairly chunky lens mount, the G lens designation down here. I'm not quite sure, I think that's some kind of infrared sensor. Let's see. Let me get in a little closer to show you the top plate. So this houses the pop-up flash. This is where the microphone used to be on the HXV. The microphone on the 9V is moved here, which is a much more sensible position. You're unlikely to trap the microphone with your finger. We have the on-off button, the custom button, the on-off, the shutter button, and the wide and telezoom. And here we have the mode menu. I'm going to give you a close-up on that now. As you can see, we have various modes. We have manual, program, iAuto, iAuto enhanced. We have the movie mode, scene mode, and so on. We'll go through the modes properly in the full review. This is just a quick look at the camera. On the back of the camera, we have the movie button, so instant record of movies. A nice thumb grip, which is much easier for use than the slick surface that we had before. The playback button, and then the control dial, and around the side we have various pointers for the different controls, burst setting, flash setting, and so on. Now the delete button has a multi-purpose. We have the help function on there as well. We have the self timer here, the menu button, and so on. And the screen, very large, very clear. I'll take some showing you exactly what it looks like when that's switched on. At the bottom we have the usual, let me just put this the right way around. We have the lockable battery and SD card switch. This will also take a memory stick, Sony's own memory stick format. We have a centrally mounted tripod bush now, which means it will be easier to use this on a tripod. You will have better weight distribution, and you'll probably be able to use a slightly smaller tripod as well. I have a number of them. I always had a problem with the HXV when using small tripods like this, simply because the weight was distributed badly. And that's the base plate. We also have the USB port. So this is Sony's own, I think, a special proprietary base port, but they do provide the connector. Let me have a look. Yeah. Okay, it is one of Sony's own, so that you have to buy from them. On this side of the camera we have the HDMI port. Personally, I would have preferred to see the USB here as well. This is a normal HDMI. Can we see? Let me just position that so we can see. Unlike the previous model, which required an adapter, which Sony provided in all fairness, but it was still fiddly and a nuisance. There we have the Sony HX9.